My dear friend, let us take a moment to realize that all of life unfolds according to the vivid pictures we hold in our mind. You are the creator, and your inner awareness is the painter of this reality. And so, I speak to you today of a principle most powerful, one that can alter the very course of your journey. Never complain and never explain. This should work as a compelling opening for your speech. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments. The power of inner awareness is the foundational truth behind every manifestation in your life. The world you see around you, every circumstance, every event, every person you encounter, is but a reflection of the images you hold in your mind. Your inner awareness, the thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, and feelings that occupy your consciousness, shapes and creates the world you experience. It is not the outer world that dictates your reality, but rather the inner world that projects itself outward. It is essential to realize that you are the artist of your own life. The power to change your circumstances lies within you, in the unseen realm of your consciousness. Just as an artist paints a canvas, you, through your thoughts and feelings, paint the scenes of your life. The law of attraction, as it is commonly known, is simply the reflection of the law of assumption. But whatever you hold as true in your inner world must without fail be made manifest in the outer world. There is no exception to this law. The first step toward creating the life you desire is to take full responsibility for your thoughts. Every thought you entertain either affirms or denies the life you wish to live. When you dwell upon thoughts of lack, limitation, or fear, you are aligning yourself with the very experiences you do not want. On the other hand, when you focus on thoughts of abundance, joy, love, and success, you are aligning with the reality that matches these thoughts. It is not the events that define you, but the thoughts you choose to think about them. It may seem difficult to grasp at first, for you might find yourself looking at the current circumstances of your life and feeling that they have more power than your thoughts. But I tell you, your circumstances are not the source of your power. They are merely the results of thoughts that you have thought in the past. The moment you change your thoughts, you begin the process of changing your circumstances. Your thoughts, when held persistently in your consciousness, produce the conditions and experiences you have in the physical world. The mind is a powerful tool, and it is only through understanding its power that you can begin to harness it for your benefit. Imagine, if you will, a gardener tending to a garden. The garden produces whatever seeds are sown in it, and it does not question or challenge the nature of those seeds. If you plant seeds of roses, roses will grow. If you plant seeds of weeds, weeds will grow. The same principle applies to your mind. It does not question the nature of the seeds, the thoughts you plant in it. If you plant thoughts of success, prosperity, and happiness, those will grow and manifest in your life. If you plant thoughts of failure, scarcity, and despair, those will manifest instead. The trick then is to become fully aware of the thoughts you are thinking and consciously choose those that serve your highest good. Most people live their lives unaware of the power they possess, thinking that the outer world is what dictates their circumstances. But the truth is that you have the power to change your world by changing your inner awareness. You have the ability to step into a new reality by simply changing the way you think and feel. Take a moment and think about your life as it is right now. What thoughts do you habitually entertain? What beliefs do you hold about yourself, the world, and the people around you? These beliefs and thoughts are the seeds you've been planting, and the harvest you are reaping is a reflection of them. If you wish to change the harvest, you must first change the seeds you plant. Start by cultivating a new awareness within yourself. Begin to focus on what you desire rather than what you fear. Begin to entertain thoughts of success, of abundance, of peace. See yourself already living the life you wish to create and feel the emotions of that reality as if they were already true. In the beginning, it may seem as though nothing is changing. You may still encounter the same challenges, the same struggles, the same doubts, but trust in the process. For everything begins with awareness. As you persist in your new way of thinking and feeling, the outer world must begin to align with the new inner world you are creating. The change may not be instantaneous, but it is inevitable. Your inner awareness is the key that unlocks the door to your new reality. And so I urge you to recognize the power that lies within you. Your inner awareness is the creator of your reality. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. The world will not dictate your future, you will. The power to create your life is in your hands, and it is only a matter of becoming fully aware of the thoughts you are thinking and choosing to think thoughts that empower you. As you master this, you will see that your world begins to change, as your inner awareness becomes the seed from which all your desires spring forth. Self sufficiency is an essential aspect of understanding the creative process of life. It is the recognition that you do not need to explain yourself to the world or justify your desires to others. Your power comes from within, and it is from within that your reality is created. Too often, we look to external sources for validation, for approval, for permission to be who we are and to follow the dreams we hold in our hearts. But the truth is, you need no such approval. You need no justification. The universe does not require you to explain yourself, for it is designed to respond to your inner assumptions and beliefs, not to the justifications you offer to the world. In the process of creation, your power lies in your unwavering belief in the truth of who you are and the life you are creating. When you truly embrace the knowledge that you are the master of your fate, you release the need to explain yourself to anyone. You are not here to convince others of your worth or to persuade them to see things your way. Your reality is created by the assumptions you hold and the feelings you nurture within yourself. The moment you begin to seek external validation is the moment you give away your power. Think for a moment about the way the world operates. The sun does not rise and set based on human approval, nor do the stars twinkle in the night sky waiting for applause. Nature does not seek permission to be, and neither should you. Your dreams, desires, and aspirations are a reflection of your inner self, and as such, they are valid and worthy of being realized. There is no need to explain them to others or justify them through the lens of social norms or external expectations. When you are fully aligned with your own desires, the world will begin to mirror that alignment, and everything you need will come to you in the perfect way and time. Self-sufficiency also means taking full responsibility for your life and the outcomes you experience. It means understanding that no one else has the power to shape your reality but you. This is a liberating realization, for it places you in the position of creator. No longer are you subject to the whims of others, nor are you bound by the opinions or judgments they may have. You are free to create the life you envision because you understand that the external world is merely a reflection of your internal state. The moment you realize that the power is within you, you begin to live as though you are the one in control of your destiny. This self-sufficiency requires a shift in mindset. You must stop looking for reasons outside yourself to justify your desires. Instead, you must start creating from the assumption that what you want is already yours. You no longer need to explain why you desire success, wealth, love, or happiness. These are your inherent birthrights, and they are available to you simply by virtue of your willingness to assume them as already fulfilled. The moment you begin to believe that what you seek is already yours, you activate the creative power within you, and the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring your desires into being. It is important to recognize that self-sufficiency does not mean isolation or independence from others in a physical sense. Rather, it means understanding that the power to create and shape your world does not lie outside of you. It is not contingent on the approval or actions of others. You are not dependent on external factors to determine your worth or your success. You are self-sufficient in that you hold the key to your own reality within your own mind and heart. And your thoughts, assumptions, and inner beliefs are the forces that move the world, and these are yours to command. One of the most powerful aspects of self-sufficiency is the realization that you do not need to explain or justify your desires to anyone. The moment you stop trying to convince others of your worth, you release any resistance to your dreams. You allow the universe to work in your favor, for you no longer block the flow of creation with doubts or explanations, trusting in yourself, in the validity of your desires, and in your ability to create them is the key to unlocking the abundance and opportunities that await you. To be self-sufficient is to trust in your own power. It is to acknowledge that you have within you all that is necessary to create the life you desire. Your assumptions, your imagination, and your feelings are the tools you need. You begin to attract the people, circumstances, and experiences that support your vision. So the need to explain or seek approval becomes irrelevant because you know deep down that the world responds to you as you respond to yourself. When you embrace self-sufficiency, you cease to look outside of yourself for solutions. You stop seeking answers from others and instead you turn inward to discover the answers already within you. You no longer feel the need to explain your dreams, for you know they are valid. You no longer need to justify your actions, for you trust that your creative power is guiding you. The more you trust in your own ability to create, the more the universe will respond in kind. In this space, you will find that your life becomes an effortless expression of your inner truth. Self-responsibility is a profound concept that shifts the way we perceive and interact with the world. It is the realization that everything we experience in life is a direct result of the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions we hold within ourselves. We are not victims of circumstance. Rather, we are the creators of our reality. The external world mirrors the internal world, and every event, every encounter, every situation is an opportunity to reflect on the beliefs we hold and to consciously choose a new path. Taking responsibility for your life is not about blaming yourself for the challenges you face, but about understanding that your internal state has the power to transform any circumstance. When you take self-responsibility, you acknowledge that you are the one who shapes your reality. This means accepting full ownership of the way you think, feel, and act. No one else has the power to create your life but you. While others may influence your circumstances, you hold the ultimate power to decide how you respond to them. Your thoughts and feelings are the driving forces that create your experiences. It is not the world outside of you that causes your problems, but rather the way you perceive and react to it. This understanding is liberating because it removes the sense of powerlessness that so many people feel. When we externalize our power, believing that others or circumstances control us, we become passive participants in our own lives. We begin to feel like victims of fate, believing that we are at the mercy of external forces. But the moment we realize that we are the ones responsible for the thoughts we think and the assumptions we hold, we regain control. We realize that we have the power to change our reality at any moment by simply changing the way we think. Self-responsibility also involves recognizing the role our beliefs play in shaping our experiences. Our beliefs are like filters through which we view the world. They determine how we interpret events, how we react to challenges, and how we interact with others. If we believe that the world is a hostile place, we will attract circumstances that reinforce that belief. If we believe that opportunities are scarce, we will find ourselves struggling to succeed. However, if we choose to believe that we live in an abundant universe full of opportunity and possibility, our experiences will begin to align with that belief. The key to self-responsibility is awareness. By becoming aware of the thoughts and beliefs that govern our lives, we can begin to take control of them. This awareness allows us to see where our current beliefs are limiting us and where new beliefs can help us create the life we desire. It requires honesty with ourselves and the willingness to let go of old, limiting beliefs that no longer serve us. We must be willing to challenge our assumptions and replace them with beliefs that align with our true desires. It is important to understand that taking responsibility for your life does not mean you are solely responsible for every situation or circumstance that arises. It means that you are responsible for how you respond to the circumstances, regardless of their nature. Life will always present challenges, but how you react to those challenges is entirely up to you. You can choose to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth, or you can choose to see it as a setback. The choice is yours. Taking responsibility also means letting go of the need to blame others for your problems. It is easy to point fingers at others, to blame our parents, our teachers, our colleagues, or society for the way our lives have unfolded. But blame is a disempowering emotion that keeps us stuck in the past. When we blame others, we give away our power and relinquish our ability to change. By taking full responsibility, we reclaim our power. We stop waiting for others to change, and we begin to change ourselves. We stop looking for external solutions and start looking inward, knowing that the power to create the life we desire is already within us. Self-responsibility also involves embracing the understanding that we are always creating, even in our moments of doubt or fear. Every thought, every emotion, and every belief is a creative force that shapes our reality. Therefore, even in challenging moments, we have the power to shift our mindset and create a new outcome. The key is to recognize that we are the creators and that we have the ability to shape our experiences through the conscious choices we make every day. And taking self-responsibility is not a burden, it is a liberating act that puts you in control of your life. It is the recognition that you are not at the mercy of fate or circumstance, but that you have the power to create the life you desire through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. When you embrace this power, you stop waiting for things to change and begin making the changes you desire within yourself. You align with your true potential and step into the life you have always dreamed of. Self-responsibility is the key to creating a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment, for it places you in the driver's seat of your own destiny. The law of assumption is one of the most powerful and transformative principles in the process of creation. It operates on the fundamental truth that the world is created by the assumptions we hold. Whatever you assume to be true, whether it is about yourself, your circumstances, or the people around you, becomes your reality. Assumption is the act of believing and feeling as though something is already true, even when it is not yet visible in the physical world. It is the bridge between your desires and their manifestation. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you activate the creative power within you, and the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your assumptions. When you fully understand and embrace the law of assumption, you realize that everything in your life is a result of what you have assumed to be true. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, these are all assumptions that shape the reality you experience. And just as easily as you have created the current conditions of your life, you can change them by assuming something new. It is a process of shifting your consciousness, changing the assumptions you hold, and aligning yourself with the feeling of the wish already being fulfilled. This law is not about forcing or struggling to make something happen. It is about relaxing into the feeling of already having what you desire. It is about believing in the truth of your desires so deeply that they become your new reality. When you assume that your desire is already realized, your inner state shifts to match that belief, and the outer world must follow. This is the law of correspondence in action. As within, so without. Your inner assumptions determine the world you see around you. The universe does not question what you assume to be true. It simply conforms to your beliefs, providing you with experiences that match your inner state. The key to the law of assumption is that it requires you to act as if your desire has already come to fruition. This is where many people go astray. They wait for the external world to change before they believe their desire is possible. But true mastery of the law comes when you begin to believe in the unseen, when you act and feel as though your dream is already a reality, regardless of the present circumstances. This is not pretending or wishing. It is a deep and unwavering belief that your desire is already fulfilled. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you must live in that assumption every day. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions must be aligned with the belief that what you want is already yours. If you are assuming abundance, you must begin to feel abundant now. You must act as though you already have the resources you need, the opportunities you desire, and the success you envision. If you are assuming love, you must begin to feel love, regardless of your current relationships or situation. You must assume that love is already present in your life, and that assumption will bring the love you desire into your experience. The law of assumption also requires you to be patient, not in the sense of waiting for your desire to manifest, but in the sense of trusting the process. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you do not need to rush or force the outcome. You know that everything is unfolding in divine order. Your assumption, if held with faith and persistence, will lead to the manifestation of your desire. Trusting in the unseen and knowing that the universe is working on your behalf is key to making the law of assumption work for you. One of the most profound aspects of the law of assumption is its ability to transform your self-perception. The assumptions you hold about yourself, your worth, your abilities, and your place in the world create the conditions of your life. If you assume that you are worthy of success, then success will come to you. If you assume that you are deserving of love and happiness, then love and happiness will find their way into your life. The more you align with the assumption of your desired state, the more your self-esteem will shift, and the world around you will reflect that change. Chuck. This law works in all areas of life, whether you desire financial abundance, improved health, better relationships, or personal growth. The key is to assume the feeling of already having what you want. Imagine that you are already living the life you desire and live from that assumption every day. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions must all be aligned with that belief. And as you do, you will begin to see the outer world rearranging itself to match your inner assumption. The law of assumption is not a distant, abstract concept. It is a practical and immediate tool for creating your reality. When you master this law, you become the conscious creator of your life. No longer are you subject to the whims of fate or the opinions of others. You are free to assume whatever reality you wish. And by doing so, you bring that reality into existence. The law of assumption empowers you to live the life you have always dreamed of by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled and aligning with the energy of that desire. The universe, as it always does, will respond to you with exactly what you believe is possible, because what you assume to be true is what you will experience. The power of silence is often an overlooked but immensely potent force in the creative process. In our world of constant noise, distraction, and communication, it can be easy to overlook the quiet space where true power resides. Yet it is in silence that we connect with the deepest part of ourselves, the place where our inner creative force flows freely. Silence is not simply the absence of sound, but a space where the mind is still and the soul can listen. In this stillness, we find clarity, we access our inner wisdom, and we connect to the infinite potential that resides within us. When we talk about silence, we are not just referring to the external quiet around us. More importantly, it is the silence within that holds the true creative power. The mental chatter, the incessant thoughts, the doubts, the worries, all these distractions cloud our ability to create the life we desire. But when we quiet the mind, when we step into a place of infinite possibility, we tap into a place of infinite possibility. It is here that we align with the divine, the source of all creation. In this space of silence, our desires are clarified, our visions become sharper, and our intentions are set with power and purpose. Silence allows us to disconnect from the noise of the world and reconnect with our true self. In the silence, we find our authentic voice, free from the influence of external opinions and societal pressures. It is here that we can truly hear the desires of our heart and soul. When we are constantly talking, explaining, or justifying our actions, we often lose touch with our inner truths. We allow the opinions of others and the distractions of the world to dictate the course of our lives. But in the silence, we return to ourselves. We remember who we truly are and what we truly want. We hear the quiet whispers of our deepest desires, and we are reminded of our power to manifest them into reality. In this space of inner silence, we are also able to align ourselves with our highest thoughts and intentions. When we quiet the mind, we create room for new thoughts to enter. We clear away the clutter of negative beliefs, self-doubt, and fear, and make space for new, empowering beliefs to take root. The power of silence is not just about stopping the noise. It is about creating the mental and emotional space needed for new possibilities to arise. It is in this stillness that we can hear the call of our highest potential, guiding us toward the actions and decisions that will bring us closer to our dreams. Silence is a powerful tool for manifestation because it helps us align with the energy of what we desire. When we are caught up in the noise of our thoughts and the world around us, it is easy to get lost in the external circumstances and forget the importance of our inner state. However, when we step into silence, we reconnect with the energy of our desires. We are able to feel the vibration of our dreams as if they have already manifested. This alignment with the feeling of the wish fulfilled is what accelerates the creative process. The more we live in that feeling, the more we invite that reality into our lives. Furthermore, silence empowers us to hold firm in our beliefs and intentions without the need to explain or justify them to anyone. In a world where we are often expected to explain ourselves, defend our choices, or seek validation from others, silence is a refuge. It is the space where we can stand in our power, knowing that we do not need to explain our dreams or desires. When we are silent, we do not need to convince anyone of our worth or the validity of our desires. The end. When we are silent, we do not need to convince anyone of our worth or the validity of our desires. When we are silent, we do not need to convince anyone of our worth or the validity of our desires. When we are silent, we do not need to convince anyone of our worth or the validity of our desires. When we are believed that we know in the depths of our being that we are worthy, that we are powerful, and that our desires are already on their way to us. The more we embrace this silence, the more we tap into the creative energy that brings our dreams into reality.